Hello, 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 hello. I said we were going to do this at the end of the last episode, okay? I said I was going to do this. To slay a tiger. Now, this is going to be a story following our guy here, who I am afraid to pronounce the name of. Chong Hugong? Hugong? I apologize to anyone who knows how to say these names. I am terrible at pronouncing. I am so sorry. This has happened repeatedly. Don't worry. Anyways, we are gonna play to slay a tiger. Saying goodbye to the black tiled roofs of his home, he steps onto the road ahead, going off into the bright world. Now I'm not sure what this is about. I'm hoping this talks about him being in the present world, but I'm also like, they're not gonna do it, are they? But yeah, we're gonna start this. So there are 8 parts as 9th part here. So we are gonna go through this. We have little goodies here, as you can see. Oh, so lovely. So lovely, so lovely. And we're gonna get straight to it. The cage. Oh, we got the tile screen. Oh my god. Ancient Zhu County. The cold sky presses down on black tiles. Black tiles press down on white walls. At the foot of these walls is a courtyard. Though swept clean that morning, a light dusting of snow has already begun to reclaim it. Chong carries firewood into the house and lights the stove. What? Copying documents at the Yamen still earns me around 30 yen. 30 wen, I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying yen. Around 30 wen a day. He takes a ledger and inkstone down from a nearby shelf, dips his brush in ink, carefully records the day's income and expenses. 1 bath sold for 7 wen. Expensive. Leaf celery, 4 wen. 1 gin of salt, 5 wen. Medical herbs, 10 wen. Someone steps lightly behind him and drapes a coat over his shoulders. Oh, it's his mother. Back already. My, every winter feels colder than last.
You should be in bed.
I only went to see Dr. Wu for some Baibu. Baibu? He said you should be resting.
It's fine.
All right. But why did you go to him again? Don't you usually go to... Oh, dear Lord. Jishitan? Jishitang. I wanted a new prescription. I heard he just made a new batch of Daiso pills. Did you get some? I told you not to go there. In fact, I said we should have cut ties with him long ago. Started up with his usual nonsense, didn't he? Refusing to let you inside, using some illness as an excuse. Chong pauses for a moment and closes the ledger.
Don't worry.
It's no matter. I have the medicine. I'll start brewing it now. What did he say? At the doorway, the branches of a may tree shake off a few clumps of snow. Thankfully for him, a sudden knock at the door interrupts the awkward silence. Expecting someone? We haven't had a visitor since your uncle returned to the countryside. Chong puts the ledger back on the shelf. I'll take a look. Who's our mystery visitor? Hello? Anybody out? Chong trudges back through the snow to the courtyard gate and raises the latch. A familiar military officer stands outside. Commander Lee. Hugwan, I hope I'm not intruding. Not at all. I just returned from the clinic and was preparing to brew some medicine. How is your mother these days? Consumption is not easy to treat. Are you here on official Yamen business? Li Hufang offers a faint, amiable smile. The Yamen's affairs have nothing to do with me. I'm here to offer you an opportunity. Oh, so this was when he started. This was when he was offered. Okay. Chung returns indoors, clutching a yellow sheet of paper. The lid of the pot on the stove has already been lifted. The cooked rice porridge inside sending steady curls of steam into the air. Out of habit, he takes the ladle from his mother's hand.
Let me take care of this.
Who was at the door then? It was Commander Lee. Chung brings the porridge to the wooden table and casually passes the paper to his mother.
Mother.
Tomorrow, ask if Auntie can come lend her hand for a while. It'll be a long journey. A few sparrows flit past the window, chirping as they flutter out of the courtyard. Here we go. Riverside Village Street. This small village, governed by another county of Huzhou Prefecture and nestled between mountains and rivers, has simply come to be called the Riverside Village. This Riverside Village looks much like Zhou County. At its entrance, Chung Huguan sees the familiar rise and fall of black tiles once again. Ugh. Only today's early afternoon is not quite as peaceful as usual. My brother's been mauled by a tiger. He's damn near on his deathbed, and you dogs have the gall to stand here pushing us around. To the left of the village entrance stands an exceptionally grand courtyard, with a memorial python outside bearing the words loyalty, filière piété, integrity, and righteousness. A group of villagers had gathered beneath the python, their faces flushed as they shouted at the household guards blocking their way. Likely the residents of the local gentry. Chung approaches without a word, slipping in among several bystanders. Dr. Zhu was paid for with the family's hard-earned silver. She's inside treating Master Hu. How dare you try to barge in?
That's too far.
Dr. Zhu is the village physician, not the Hu family's private attendant. What could be more urgent than a life or death situation? What right do you have to stop us? What are you hiding in there? Tell Dr. Zhu there's a patient out here on the verge of death. I know she'll come out to save him. You'll just have to find another doctor. If you set off now for the county, you can make it there before nightfall. We already hauled him all the way down the mountain to Dr. Zhu's clinic, only to be told she was here. Just look at him. Does he look as though he'll survive a trip to the county? The injured villager slumped over his companion's back, his hastily bandaged left arm soaked with blood. That's none of our concern. We had no hand in his injuries. If you continue causing a scene outside Master Hu's house, we'll call the bailiff over to have you arrested. The lead villager explodes in fury. Go on, call him. You're in cahoots with one another anyway. Hu Haiyu is so afraid of dying, he summons a doctor every time he nicks his skin.
Enough.
Watch your mouth, you slanderer. Her man's been mauled half to death, and you wouldn't even let him through the door?
That's too far.
They waited until land prices were low and took 2 acres of my land in exchange for just 1 teal of silver. Last year I had a funeral to arrange and was desperate for money. Hu family loaned it to me, but charged 5% interest. The lead villager snatches a bow from his companion's hands and aims it at the household guards. A wave of shock ripples through them. The Hu family's out to ruin us all. First they snatch up our fields, then they hound us with debt. They're driving us to death. Fellow villagers, tell me, does this sound fair to you? No! The rest of the villagers shout, their hoes and clubs raised high. We're done waiting. We're not taking any more. One way or another, I'm going through that door. We'll not be pushed around. Burn down the gate. We'll force our way in. Repeat that over and over again. The household guards draw their swords, raising their shields into a solid wall. Go ahead and try. This is nothing short of rebellion. Before the words even finished leaving the guard's mouth, an arrow flies towards his forehead. Before it can strike, it is cleaved in two by a flash of steel. Chung sheaths his blade, stepping between the guards and the villagers.
This man is dying.
This man is dying. What harm is there in letting him inside? Who are you? He's not one of us. The crowd exchanged glances like a theatre troupe interrupted mid-performance, unsure of what to do next. You... The gate is suddenly thrown open.
Enough.
What's going on out here? I have no clue, milady. I'm going to be honest. Part 2. The Tiger. Grr. Oh god. Calm, unhurried footsteps emerge from the courtyard. Seems they've had martial arts training. The guards hastily make way, their voices softening with deference. Dr. Zhu, have you finished examining Master Hu? You mean his night blindness? Exactly how much time do you expect me to waste on that man? And you, out here making a racket and swing your weapons about while I'm trying to write a prescription. Care to explain yourselves, She takes the steps two at a time, passing Chung without so much as a glance. The villagers all lower their weapons, allowing her to approach the gravely injured man. She narrows her eyes as she examines him. How did this happen? We were hunting in the mountains and ran into a tiger. My brother, he fell behind and... Before he can finish, Dr. Zhu turns and strides back toward the gate.
Get him in here.
But, Dr. Zhu, he's covered in blood. How could we possibly carry him into Master Hu's courtyard?
Enough.
It's bad luck for someone to die at the gate, is it not? I asked Master Hu for a room myself. She pauses, then turns back impatiently. Well, unless you wish for this man to die, I suggest you bring him in. Oh, right. Quickly, let's get him inside. Two villagers rush the wounded man inside, streaking the entrance steps with blood as they ascend. Should we wipe it up? If it dries, it'll be harder to clean. Of course you dolt. Unless you're looking for a scolding, you'll wipe it this instant. The guards fetch water from the courtyard and begin hurriedly scrubbing Master Hu's steps. Despicable. All's well ends well, it seems. Well, that was a nice little adventure. Huh? Cheng is about to leave when the lead villager steps in to block his path.
Stop there!
Wait! Who are you? Why did you cut down my arrow? Only a passing Only a passing traveler. Your arrow would never have pierced that guard's Ratton's shield, but it would have given them a reason to retaliate.
Your recklessness would cause nothing but trouble.
Thank you for the voice line. I may have lost my temper, but I've put up with them and their shoddy, treatment for far too long to care about the consequences. If they fight, then we fight. And if you're made the first move, you have been deemed the primary culprit. Were someone to die, your punishment will be death. And what of it? You think I fear death, huh? The way you speak, it's obvious you come from noble stock. How could someone like you understand our struggles? The disjointed back and forth phrase Chung's patience.
I'm not.
During their exchange, several village guards rush over, stirring up a cloud of yellow dust under the pavilion. What's going on here? Master Hu's personal guards hurry forward to greet them, directing their accusations at the villagers sitting cross-legged at the gate. It's these troublemakers. They've dirtied Master Hu's steps. We didn't mean to cause trouble. Someone was mauled by a tiger and urgently needed treatment. Another tiger attack? We lost 3 people this month to those beasts. We have warned you over and over not to travel into the mountains. Why go up there? With this year's feeble harvest, what choice did we have? 5 years ago it was floods, now it's drought. Grain has grown more expensive than gold. If we don't hunt, what are we to eat? My land has all been taken, and we have no grain stored for the winter. Hunting rabbits is the only way we can scrap together a half-decent meal. If only an immortal would appear again, as they did 5 years ago, handing a grain to us all. After a moment's hesitation, Chung steps past the village guards and offers the headman a modest bow. I've had some formal weapons training, including hand-to-hand. You aim to head into the mountains to hunt the tiger, I will offer my assistance. The village guards exchange amused glances. That mountain forest isn't meant for travel. Only a fool would go there without a good reason. Had these hunters not been so greedy, this wouldn't have happened. Well, by the sounds of it, mate, they weren't being greedy, they were just thinking about survival. The tiger attacked them in the forest, not the village. We can't go trespassing into the forest hunting tigers. We never get any real work done. With a dismissive wave, he turns back to scold the grim-covered villagers. That's enough. Go back to your homes. No one's to go up to the mountains again. Your decree doesn't change the fact that these hunters still have families to feed. That tiger has taken too many lives. They cannot be ignored. The headman suddenly swings his staff as if he were swatting an annoying mosquito. His tip brushes inches from the hem of Chung's clothes. You're getting on my last nerve, boy. You are neither an official nor a member of this village. What good does it serve you to stick your nose into our business? If you're so eager to play the hero, go deal with the tiger yourself. Broken cries echo from the courtyard. Chung tightens his grip on the hilt of his blade.
It's absurd.
He pushes past the guards, once again placing himself between them and the villagers. Hey! What do you think you're doing? The tiger. Can you tell me exactly where you encountered it? Hey, he's taking it into his own hands. He's like, you people ain't taking responsibility? I'll take responsibility. Enter the forest and head due south. Passing the slope is somewhere near the edge of the cliff. They said the tiger is blue and white, 2 or 3 times larger than an ordinary one. It almost sounds like a monster. Ahead stretches a thick pine forest with shrubs reaching up to the knee. Wild grass lies flattened in the undergrowth, streaked with dull, rust-red blood.
I need to be careful.
This is where the hunter was wounded. I should proceed with caution. The forest winds fall silent, and the wild grass rustles softly. The sound of heavy breathing reaches Chung's ears. It sneaked behind me. Oh, it's beautiful! Look at it! Look at it! They aren't wrong. It's blue. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, ferocious tiger. Very pretty. A massive tiger, blue streaks in his magnificent white fur, bursts from the grass, slamming Chung to the ground. He braces his half-drawn blade across his chest, barely holding off the attack. Blue flames flare across the tiger's brow as it presses claw against the blade. That's some strength, huh? A feather shoots from his shoulder guard like an arrow, piercing the tiger's forehead. Oh. A thunderous roar shakes the forest. In an attempt to escape, the tiger clamps its jaw around Chung's blade and hauls him forward. Chung refuses to let go as the tiger barrels forward, rushing them both to a nearby cliff edge. As the tiger leaps, a sudden sense of weightlessness comes over Chung. In a split second, he grabs hold of the cliff edge, his body dangling below. Shit, it really was just like, you know what, if you ain't gonna give me that. Oh! Round 1. Drag and extend Chi. This is my family blade. How can I let it go so easily? Use Chi to fire feathers and makes the beast let go. Okay. Each feather has a different number of attack. Connect enough feathers to defeat the tiger. Defeat enemies before you run out of Chi and feathers. Okay, yeah. It's a sort of minigame. Round 1. Dragon extend Chi. Oh, shit. Yeah. I like little mini games I get. I'm very, very happy with little mini games. 1, 2, 3. Feather after feather pierces downwards. With the final impact, the tiger's grip loosens, lets out a final howl as it plummets down into the ravine below, vanishes out of sight. The soil's too loose. It needs to be harder if I'm to pull myself up. Breathe. Sense the flow of Chi. Wherever it touches, the earth hardens like iron. Concentrate. The soil beneath his fingers takes on a faint metallic sheen, but doesn't spread any further. Is it too much for me to handle? Huh? As the soil's binding begins to fail, clump in his grip begins to break apart. A pale fog blankets the foot of the cliff. Falling would surely mean his demise. Even so, he feels his grip beginning to falter. A heartbeat before his fingers give out, thin silver thread slices through the air from the cliff edge. That's... So I've been a bit lazy, and I haven't been lazy. There's been stuff going on, and I've left the recording of this to like kind of the last minute. So we're gonna get through this. Part 3. The old friend. There we go, man top. The silver thread coils around Chung's waist and drags him back onto the cliff. He hits the ground and rolls, the stabbing pain in his left leg catching up to him on impact. A broken branch is lodged in his calf. The village doctor stands over him, calmly reeling the silver thread back onto a bone shuttle. It's you. Playing the lone hero isn't a healthy habit.
It's how we usually get things done. Someone has to do it.
Someone had to resolve the matter. Besides, once I see a problem, I cannot turn a blind eye to it. I couldn't involve those hunters again, not after they scarcely made it back alive. How can you be so sure they wouldn't have lent a hand? Dr. Zhu steps closer, squatting down and inspecting the wound on his left leg. Good news. It doesn't appear too deep.
Are you ready?
She doesn't wait for an answer. In one swift motion, she yanks the branch free, and the wound wells with blood. What the fuck was that? Satisfied there are no splinters left in the wound, Dr. G guides her silver thread through a series of precise sutures? Sutures? I know what the word is. I know what it means. I just can't remember the pronunciation. With practiced ease, she applies herbs pulled from her robes to the wound, then cuts and ties a clean white bandage.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've done quite the unique method for treating wounds. I just find some joy in experimenting my arcane skill. Forgive my bluntness, but what are you doing here, Doctor? The Who family refused to let the hunter stay after I patched him up, so I had him taken to my clinic, where he survives or not is in fate's hands now. In any case, it struck me that you looked somewhat familiar. I asked around where you'd gone and was promptly informed that you'd inquired about the tiger's whereabouts and run off alone, to face the beast, no doubt. That can't be, I told them, but their faces were deadly serious. I was worried something might happen, so I hurried over. Dr. G falls silent, her eyes lingering on Chung. If not for your lack of familiarity with the terrain, your getting lost notwithstanding, I doubt how I've been able to catch up to you in time.
Don't worry.
It wasn't all that dangerous, although the tiger was fiercer than I had anticipated. The recklessness of youth. May I know your name? Chong Hugon. I must say, Chong Hugon, that flying feather technique of yours is quite curious. A skill passed down for your family, I presume?
Yes.
That's right. Dr. Zhu's winding of the bandage falters for an instant before she finishes up and knots it. I once knew a man by the name of Chung. He commanded flying metal shards through the air. His abilities were quite impressive. Still, those who excel in such things tend to have weaker constitutions. He used to be on the wrong side of the law, but official was written into both his name and his fate, and sure enough, in the end, he became one. Did you know him? Chung clenches his teeth, his focus shifting to the remaining flying feathers on his shoulder. I can see you've discerned it already. He was my father. Finished with the bandaging, Dr. Zhu stands up and dusts off her hands. Oh, well, that's quite the coincidence. Your father and I were friends, which I suppose makes you my nephew, or near enough. So listen, nephew, this inquiry will take a few days to heal. Inquiry? Why did I say inquiry? That's obviously injury. This injury will take a few days to heal, and the dressing will need changing. My clinic is at the foot of the mountain. Come stay with me for a few days.
Thank you.
I brought a little money with me. I'm afraid I may not have enough to cover the medical expenses for the next few days. You think I'm after a few coins? Just stay. You can pay me back by lending me your hand when you can. Might I lend you mine in getting up? No need. I can manage. My speech is going everywhere. God damn it. The two set off together down the mountain. You seem young. Are you still studying, or have you already become an official? Neither. I mostly get by on odd jobs. And what odd job brought you to this poor place in the middle of nowhere? I was running an errand for someone and happened to pass through. I see. How is your mother? Well enough. And your father? He passed away. What happened? He had an accident. I'm sorry. I never would have imagined. Imagined? He was still young, but I suppose death comes for us all. A long silence falls. Fir Mountain Riverside Village. Reaching the foot of the mountain, they push through the grass and follow the stream for a short distance. From between the trees, a solitary white house emerges into view. Why set up a clinic out here in the wilderness? It would be easier to see patients if you lived in the village. Convenient, sure, but the houses in the village are tall and crammed together, one after another. Living like that would be maddening. But your clinic has the same black roof tiles and white walls. It looks no different from the houses in Zhu County or the village. What do you expect me to do? Paint the house black from top to bottom? Dr. Zhu whirls, sending 3 silver threads like spider silk toward Chung's vital joints. As if he'd anticipated the attack, Chung dodges. Flying feathers clash with silver threads, tangling as they fall to the ground.
What was that?
You could have stood and taken the threads, and you chose to dodge and tear the wound open instead. Huh? Your command over your arcane skills undisciplined, to say the least. Had you used it properly earlier, you'd have subdued the tiger without so much as a scratch. Dr. Zhu shakes her head and sighs. I remember how your father would turn leaves to metal, sending them flying as he bid. There are plenty of leaves here. Why not give it a try?
I can't.
Everyone from my clan can control light metals, but transmutation, I'm the only one left who can do it, or at least I ought to be. You've chosen not to use that unique ability. Not exactly. I can no longer control it, as if something is blocking me. As a child, I used it recklessly, caused an incident. After that, with no one to guide me, I dared not use it often. A waste, if you ask me. Only you possess this ability, and yet you shackle yourself with hesitation. Your father and I sparred many times, enough for me to become familiar with his arcane skill. His arcane skill, like mine, relied on guiding matter with chi. If you wish it, I can teach you a few techniques. Be a guide of sorts. But why? Why? Because I want to, and because it's the right thing to do. But Zhang Hugan, when an elder offers you her teachings, you shut your mouth and listen. Okay, lady, I'm with you on this. I ain't arguing with her. Main room clinic. Dr. Chi swings open the clinic doors without ceremony. Inside the clinic, an assistant is busy boiling medicine. 2 or 3 patients lie resting nearby, including the hunter whose arm was mauled earlier. Doctor, you're back! Who's this? A patient I picked up on the road. How's the hunter? He's still unconscious. Alright, be sure to change his dressing in a couple of hours and keep a close eye on him tonight. A fever could be fatal. Could prove to be fatal. One of the patients, a young man, hops out of bed and runs over, his face flushed with color. Doctor, that medicine's incredible! I've never felt so alive! Like I could plow 2 acres of land without so much as a breath. I'm glad to hear. Doctor, help! Help! Dr. Chi lets out a weary sigh and walks over to the old man's bed. What is it this time? I still feel terribly ill. My stomach hurts, and I throw up every time I eat. I gave you strict instructions not to have any food. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? I've just brewed him some fresh medicine. I only poured it a moment ago. It's still hot. To the assistant's surprise, Dr. Chi smiles and looks up at Chung, who is still standing by the door. Perfect. We have just the man for handling a little heat. Exactly. Right. Part 4. I put the volume. The volume is not. The silver thread. Potion's still boiling. Now, Chuck, move the bowl of medicine on the table into my hand using only your family's technique. Why? Do you often make a habit of arguing with your elders? Brewing and serving medicine is part of the clinic's duties. But if you'd prefer to lie around and take advantage of my hospitality for the next few days, be my guest. Chung falls silent for a moment, then extends his right hand and aims it at the bowl of medicine. In an instant, the medicine bowl turns black, spins forward, almost crashing into Master Chi's hand. A little excessive, but all in all, not bad for a first try. Although it is rather heavy, I wonder why. She breaks into a cheerful laugh, then props the metal bowl upright and shows it to Chung. The medicinal broth inside the bowl has been transmuted along with it, becoming a solid block of metal. Fortunately, the effects wears off in time. Otherwise, you'd be paying for the medicine. Have patience. Remember, a single day does not make a master. Oh! It's been a long while since I've used it so much. With a little more practice, I know I will perform it without error. Dr. Chi retrieves several chipped, broken bowls from around the room. Well, you're not lacking for confidence. Why not begin with these? Once you've mastered them, lighter things like flowers and leaves should be no problem at all. Your arcane skill works much like my own. Simple, really. Sense the flow of chi, carefully straighten it, and aim at the object. And strike. Cute. Nah. She's still going at it. It looks like it's nighttime, mate. The metal bowl slams into the wall once again, and Chung's brow knots in even tighter. Young man, I've watched you throw that broken bowl around day after day, and I still can't fathom why Dr. Chi is making you do it. Having woken up with little else to occupy him, the tiger-bitten hunters decide to strike up a conversation with Chung. I'm training my arcane skill. Unable to resist, the remaining 2 bedridden patients chime in as well. Training? The old lady can't even throw a punch. What does she think she knows? She's some sort of martial arts master now. What do you mean, can't throw a punch? Did she catch you off guard too? She looks fierce, has a bad temper, and talks loud enough to rattle the bedpans, but I've never once seen Master Dr. Chi get into a fight with anyone. Her arcane skill, those silver threads of hers, it was finer than hair, other than stitching up wounds. What good could they be? They could strangle you. Don't underestimate very thin thread. The thinner the thread. If it's her arcane skill, so there's probably proper strong thread. But thin thread can be very deadly if it's stretched to be really tight. The thought hadn't occurred to me. Come now, you can hardly say that. Dushua, goddammit. First of all, Dr. Chi played a female soldier, remember? Kill! She was like a demoness, fierce as anything. Come on, anyone can shout. I could just as well play a great general. All troops, hear my command. Another metal ball rolls onto the floor. Still, I hear there was once a bandit, Hushua, who fought with silver threads. They say the bandits stole state supplies, torched villages, and left many soldiers wounded. I've heard traveling merchants talk about the very same thing. They say those silver threads could cut through iron like mud. Frightening stuff. In the end, the bandit raided Zhu County, but after that, word of them vanished.
Wow!
Zhu County? Well, that's the richest place in all of Huzhou. All manner of merchants and officials live there. Not like this poor backwater town we're stuck in. Nonsense! Dr. Chi would never stoop to being some lowly mountain bandit. If she could fight, she'd be a hero. Plenty of people have similar arcane skills, don't they? I can produce flames from my fingertips, just like the Hu family.
Yes.
I suppose you're right. I've never seen her use those silver threads for anything practical. Not even to slice a vegetable. Perhaps they simply aren't good for much. You could walk every street of the village saying she's abandoned. I bet not a soul would believe it.
Well,
Is that so? There was a time we didn't have a doctor in the village. Small illnesses we just had to endure. We couldn't afford the county fees for anything serious. After Dr. Chi arrived, the villagers could finally get the treatment they needed. That's right. My son was having convulsions last year. It's thanks to her that he's still with us. The metal bowl slowly rises, wobbling as it drifts towards the other side of the room. Finally, it settles smoothly on the table.
that's awesome.
Well done, young man. It's about time you finally managed it. Now, maybe you can get my medicine over here without spilling it. That was fun. So many voices in my throat. Oh my god. Go water the throat, guys. The Who's family's calling me over for medicine again. Ever sending their orders, yet never bothering to actually come to the clinic. I swear the day I end up saving their lives is the day I squeeze 10,000 teals out of them. Go ahead, Doctor. I'll keep an eye on the clinic. Dr. Chi is halfway across the threshold when a teacup suddenly spins in from behind, aimed at her side. Doctor! Dr. Chi doesn't flinch. She reaches out her hand, and the teacup halts in midair before slowly dropping into her palm. The cup's base gleams with a clean metallic sheen. The tea inside is perfectly brewed, the leaves fully unfurled and settled at the bottom.
So? Not bad.
To have come to this far in just 3 days, your progress is indeed worthy of praise. Dr. Chi drains the tea in one gulp, then steps out the door. She got shit to do. The side room of the clinic. In the early hours of the morning, while the patients are still sleeping, Zhang Huguan gathers the broken bowls together. The doctor's assistant walks over carrying a bowl of medicinal broth. Time for your medicine, young master. I don't recall Dr. Chi describing me any additional medicine. It's a new prescription designed to help replenish your chi. Smells like green. Whoa. Guys, come on, no, I don't speak Chinese, I'm barely handling what I have now. What the fuck? Hunji? Hunji? And Donkey? But my injury is already healed. There's no use wasting good medicine. You still need to make up for your chi and blood loss. The doctor specially prescribed it for you. Chung frowned slightly, but still tasted the medicine and raised it to his lips. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that, mate. Silver Thread shoots in and knocks the medicine bowl from his hand. It shatters with a sharp crack. Brown medicinal liquid splashes across the floor. Dr. Chi stands nearby with a hardened expression. That is not what I prescribed. Doctor, you've returned already? I came back for something. What's going on here? This new patient of yours, he's up to something. The assistant pulls a pale yellow sheet of paper from his jacket, hands it to Dr. Chi.
Did you go through my bag?
Regular visitors don't inquire about bandits at a clinic. You covered your tracks well, but not well enough. Let's see here. The bandit known as Shuttlebones, bearing arms in public, robbed the prefectural granary. The offender is a violent bandit who wields a bone shuttle and silver thread with deadly precision. All jurisdictions are commanded to conduct the arrest with extreme vigilance. So this is the warrant for my arrest. My, look how hideous this drawing on me is. Who would even recognize me from such a scroll? I suppose it was my arcane skill that gave me away, wasn't it? I'm sorry, Doctor. I wanted to deal with this before you returned. Dr. Chi folds the arrest warrant in half and tosses it into the nearby brazier. Our curious patient here is Brother Chung's child. I have my suspicions with that arcane skill of his. But so what if he is? We helped Chung Dogong when he needed it most. His son ought to help us in return. Besides, you've done nothing wrong. My daughter was starving to death while he dragged his feet every step of the way, acting the young lord. If it weren't you... Dr. Chi slams her palm down on the table beside her.
Enough!
Enough! There's medicine that needs boiling. Go! The assistant casts an unwilling glance at Chung and then leaves in sullen silence. Dr. Chi suddenly sweeps the metallized broken bowls to the floor. You said you're not with the Yamen.
I am not.
I am not, but on occasion I take bounty orders from them. Ah, your odd jobs. Is it money you care for, or is it something else? Why not confront me directly, waiting for me to nurse you to health first, planning to slit my throat in the night? I've watched you for days. Nothing about you resembles a criminal.
That warrant means nothing to me.
If you swear to me that you never committed arson, or anyone in Radiaju County, then I will leave at once. Dr. Chi draws in a slow breath, her face returning to its usual calm. But I did it all. Your injury is healed, hasn't it?
Let's get started.
Oh shit, we getting into this. And that's the end of that part, god damn. Are we gonna have a fight after this? No! Oh, it must be saved for the next part. Ooh la la. Oh my god, we don't have much left. Ah. Part 5. Let's get to this. Part 5, The Flying Leaves. Shuttlebones. I remember her. She knew your father once.
Yes.
Yes, the Yamen has confirmed she was the ringleader behind the raid on Zhu County that night. All those caught in that raid were executed, save for her. She fled with a handful of others, disappearing near the riverside village. If she yet lives after all these years, she has likely lowered her guard and settled into an ordinary life. If I resolve this, I'll have amassed enough merit to fill the opening for the constable, and the reward sum will surely help us in the meantime. You'll finally have some standing. And those brutes at Yamen won't push you around any longer. Your father told me a little about Shuttlebones before. She is powerful, a reliable ally, and a formidable foe. I'll be careful. Besides, there are few anywhere in Huzhou Prefecture who can match the blade techniques you taught me. That's good to hear.
I worry that
you're pushing yourself too far. Chang takes his sword down from the wall.
no need to worry. This is what I've always wanted, and it's the only right way forward.
Now we're here. Foam Mountain, Riverside Village. Are they gonna battle out? Amid a clearing in the mountain woods, Chong stands peering up at the trees. So this is what you meant by a duel. Dr. Zhu, perches with one leg propped on a tree branch, calmly twirling the bone shuttle in her hand. This is how I toyed with the Yamen officers when I was young. You should never expect an enemy to fight on your terms. So be it. Chung draws his blade, cleaving the high branch in a single strike. That's what they used to do too. A silver thread shoots out from the swaying leaves, carrying Dr. Ji safely to the high branches of another tree. Never worked back then either. She's a badass. She's a badass. Chung sends several leaves shooting upwards. They fall short before reaching. You're wasting your energy. I know your arcane seal cannot reach so high.
Then I'll drag you back down.
The sword whirls in his hands, the force trembling the surrounding pines. After several moments, Dr. Zhu cannot help but sigh. Ah, you foolish boy. Tell me, what do you believe this will achieve? This little thread of mine can go very far. Allow me to demonstrate. A longer silver thread extends from her outstretched arm, propelling her towards a distant tree. The silver thread snaps, sending her hurtling back to the ground. Two metal leaves fall from the air in her wake.
Not bad.
Nicely done. When you swing between the trees, you lose some height. How much you jump depends on the length of the silver thread. Thank you for the lesson. No matter how long your thread, my arcane skill will be able to reach you. Chong braces his blade before him. Are you ready to finish this? Dr. Ji turns her back and begins to amble off along the mountain path. No, I'm tired now. Chong stares at her back, confused, before deciding to follow after her.
How could you?
If you never meant to fight, why challenge me? Why lure me here? Why the hurry? You can't be sure you'll beat me, can you? Ever heard of keeping your blade sheathed and waiting for the perfect moment to strike? And even if you were to win, what then?
I will take it to the Yamen.
The very moment you defeat me?
No.
No, not until after every patient in the clinic is healed. Then you'll be waiting for a long time. Over 1,000 people live in that riverside village. 3 days don't pass without someone knocking at the door. Besides, there are still some patients in the clinic right now, are there not? So what's the rush? We'll come back to this tomorrow. She's like, okay, mate, sure. The next day. Okay. I like the little we have going on. Fallen leaves scatter, turning into metallic blades as they tangle with silver thread. Look at these two side by side. Oh my god. Side by side. So fucking. I kind of get quite giddy when I see characters side by side in Reverse 99 because it's not often, but it does happen. It's not too often, but it does happen that two characters are sharing a scene. They streak through the air in a blur, impossible to make out. Here we go, we fine? Or are we doing puzzle? We're doing a puzzle. Drag and extend chi to connect the objects. When connecting to certain areas, all small objects within are automatically connected. How much do I have? 30. I'm thinking. Oh. I get it. Okay. I understand what I'm doing. I thought I could hit them one off time. Okay. Round 2. Okay. Hmm. It's not that difficult, really. Okay, last one. Big brain move. Okay. 6-6. Yeah. When did I get to... I'm there, what the fuck? That's not where I wanted it, to be honest.
Not bad.
You're improving quickly. Most struggle to see my thread, let alone defend against it.
No.
Still not fast enough. I can't catch the silver thread's chi. I can't turn it into metal. You're shielding the bone shuttle in your grip. Its chi resistance is too strong. I can't properly use my arcane skill. I can't allow you to destroy my weapon that quickly. I have a reputation to uphold. Girl. Love her. Several black and silver threads coil around the edge of Chung's blade. You rely too much on your arcane skill. Your metallization is irreversible. You've even trapped your own blade. As the silver thread whips around Chung's neck, the wild grass beneath Dr. Chu's feet lashes upwards. The blades of grass hold her throat. Damn, that threatening. Handling so many at once. I underestimate you. Let's call it a draw. Fine. We'll stop here for today. Damn. Yard clinic. After some hours of training in the woods, Chung returns to the clinic a little late.
Hey!
Several villagers are helping the hunter as he heads home. When he spots Chung, he raises a hand in greeting. I'm on the mend and ready to head home. Dr. Ji has plenty of work to do. Last thing she needs is me taking up more of her time. I heard you killed that tiger. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I'll head back to the village and let everyone know.
I only did what was necessary.
No need to make a fuss. The man doesn't hear a word, only shuffling off with a foolish grin on his face. No. Did he kill the tiger? I can't remember, to be honest. Chung enters the clinic to find Dr. Ji seated by the medicine stove, gently fanning the flames. A few days earlier, Dr. Ji sent her assistant to prepare medicine for the Hu household. Now it is only the two of them. They're probably by themselves. With such skills in medicine, oh god, I forgot I was talking about him. In such skills in medicine, why become a bandit? Because I wanted to be a hero.
No.
Righteous ends must be pursued through righteous means. However, they justify it. Bandits inadvertently bring harm to the innocent. There's no reasoning with someone as immovable as you. Distributing the grain I'd stolen from the officials to the poor, that is a life worth living. Hey, we Robin Hood this shit. And robbing the people of Zhu County? Is that your idea of heroism? Dr. Ji keeps her eyes on the medicine stove, seemingly oblivious to Chung's words. A long silence passes before she replies. No, I know I don't have the stuff to be a hero, but living here and being a doctor respected by the people, that I can do. Tell me, what happened to your father?
You didn't know?
Sorry, I was running for my life back then, too busy pretending to be something I'm not. She chuckles with a trace of self-mockery. And after that, well, I settled in a life of black tiles and white walls, every day filled with the simple chatterings of villagers and patients, knowing nothing of the outside world. I told you he passed away. He confessed to his crimes and accepted his punishment. I see. Dr. Ji lifts the lid of the medicine pot and peers inside. In an instant, the clinic fills with the bitter scent of herbs. The villagers speak highly of your medical skills. Do you know anything about treating consumption? Any special remedies? What are the symptoms? How long has it been? It began the winter before last. At first there was only coughing and night sweats, but the cough worsened rapidly. Over the past 3 months she's been coughing up blood quite frequently, suffering severe chest pains, and often says she has trouble breathing.
There's nothing I can do.
Oh damn, that is a harsh... The doctors in Zhu County said the same. They are right. I'm afraid she won't make it through the year. I'm assuming she's someone special to you? Without a word, Chung turns his back and leaves the clinic. After a while, the medicine in the pot begins to bubble over. Chung, hook on. Pass me the ladle.
陈和光，
Hearing no response, Dr. Ji steps away from the stove, heads outside. am. A small patch of grass grows just outside the clinic. Now that grass is a weapon, every leaf has been turned into a blade, whirling in tight clusters on the wind. They dart through the wind, striking one another with a sharp metallic clang. This is unfair. It is, but remember, Chung, flowers bloom and fade, grass withers and thrives, all is governed by the Lord of Spring. I never have expected such words from you. I'm from a medical family, just a handful of verses picked up in my youth. That's all. Not fond of that kind of talk? The needle-fine metal shards freeze in midair, then scatter around the ground. I'll clean this up. You've cleaned enough. You should head home. I'm not done here.
We'll take care of it.
Yes, well, we can take care of that tomorrow. It's always tomorrow, damn. I'm not sure if you can hear it over the lovely background music of the game, but it is absolutely pissing it down outside at the moment, so if you hear something like sort of like loud hammer, not really properly loud, but if you hear something in the distance slightly, it's rain. It's really heavy at the moment. Gonna have to deal with this for like the next day as well. Anyways, part 6. Part 6. The night raid. Ooh, shit's about to go down then. Chung sits on a mat, tending to his sword. The blade catches the light as it turns, casting a few bright reflections into Dr. G's wine bowl. Always wound so tight. The real showdown is tomorrow, so why not relax a little? There'll be no coming back from this one. I clean my weapons every night and reflect on the day's deeds. One must restrain oneself and submit to proper conduct. Of course. Forget I said anything. It is precisely because I'm dueling you that I must prepare all the more. Do you truly need the money so dearly? Is that why you're so set on defeating me?
No.
It's not about the money. Fulfilling this task will give me a chance at a constable's posting. Ah, so you need credentials then. The circumstances of my birth limit my avenues into court. Dr. Shi takes another sip of her wine.
The cord again.
Why does everyone have such great desires to hold office? Your father said the same thing once. He told me I was not to come looking for him again, saying, "You and I are no longer the same. I am an official now. I have a life in Zhu County." I said to him, "People must eat, must they not? Floods have brought ruin to the fields and children are starving." But did he listen? I didn't ask much of him, just to leave a door open for us, and we make it worth his while. I know the story. Case record Chung Daogun, garrison officer of Zhu County. An account of personal ties led bandits into the sea and permitted the plundering of the county granaries. Further charges include accepting bribes. All statements are entered on record. After the bandits entered the sea, they not only looted the granaries, but also vandalized and ransacked nearby homes, drawing the people into their violence. That night, 24 people were killed or injured. In the evening, Commander Chung instructed us to change shifts early. We were unaware of any looting. I swear that this given statement is true. When bandits ransacked the surrounding areas, there were no officers nearby to hear the people's cries for help.
Am I wrong?
They weren't always bandits. They were once refugees, those who had lost their land and couldn't get enough to eat.
What difference does that make?
Talking on this further is pointless. Chong sheaves his blade and steps out of the clinic before Dr. Ji can reply. Ooh, lovely background saying. Where is this bird from? The night grows heavy, draping a faint veil over the trees in the forest. Very pretty background, god damn.
What was I expecting?
Some hidden, non-existent truth? Chung leaves the dirt road and turns into the forest. Along the path's edge, the darkening grass and shrubs bow away to either side. Layer by layer, the dense overlapping branches part as he moves deeper into the forest's embrace. There was no hidden truth, no injustice, just a transaction. One that may even have helped the refugees. Your duty was to protect the people of Shu County. How could you sacrifice their lives? You should have thought about your actions. Stop to think what could have. He stops in his tracks. It's a clearing in the forest, a tiger crouching at its center. Enormous and beautiful, the tiger bears a silent blue flame upon its brow, its fur shimmering like moonlit silk. Chung recognizes a familiar wound on its forehead. That's the same tiger that attacked me a few days ago. I saw it fall from the cliff with my own eyes. Tiger pays no attention to him. Instead, it stretches its neck and lets out deep resounding call, and springs forward to the north. That's the direction of the clinic.
Hold there!
Hold there. Shit. Hey, we're rounding this up. Okay, 15. Fuck me. So we're doing everything. We have only 18. Shit. I actually have to think then. Oh god. Dip and then come around, maybe? That was not how I wanted it to go, okay. 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 Oh. Okay. Yeah? We did good. We did good. Chong Huguan clenches his fist, sending dozens of blades after the tiger. Their coverage on it in an instant, only to ricochet outwards, bursting apart. Well done. He tries once more, but the blades are again knocked away. It seems the tiger's fur is tougher than his steel. It isn't long before the tiger arrives at the clinic. Chong, in close pursuits, can only watch as it brings down the south wall with a single strike.
Careful!
Dr. Ji, watch out! The tiger lifts his front paw high, then freezes. Hair, thin, silver threads lace around it, binding it like a flying web. Inside the half-collapsed house, Dr. Ji grips her bone shuttle, placing herself in front of the collapsed hunter, clinging to a small wooden container. What are you doing here? I came to deliver this chicken soup. We cooked a big pot of it at home earlier tonight. This wasn't me. I didn't lead the tiger here. I thought it dead already. Chung Hugwan, get him out of here. Beast is too strong. Her words and body shake with the effort of holding the tiger in place. Chung leaps in behind her and swiftly lifts the hunter to his feet. Get up! Run! The tiger tenses, and a second later the silver threads snap. Ah! Amid a burst of dust and debris, Chung grabs the hunter and rolls aside. When the dust clears, the clinic lies in ruin. Dr. Ji is nowhere to be seen. Tiger stalks towards Chung, severed right arm clenched. Chung catches a glimpse of Dr. Ji's bone shuttle glinting between the tiger's fangs before it disappears down its throat. Get out of here! Now! Go back and find the village headman. What about you?
I will deal with it.
But first I must get in close. Much closer. The hunter flees at full speed as the tiger lunges towards Chung. He slips past the tiger's attack, leaps upwards, and strikes down from above. Golden sparks scatter as white fur and gold steel collide. Strike has forced open a hairline cut in the tiger's hardened hide. Blade is now lodged in it. Chung grips the blade's hilt, closes his eyes, and draws in a deep breath. Sense the flow of chi. Find the shuttle in the tiger's stomach. I can do this. It takes a moment, but soon enough he begins to feel the flow of chi in the tiger's body. Through the muscles, I can feel it. The shuttle's unmistakable chi. The innards of this arcane creature have churned and tangled its chi into a chaotic mass, one that Chung fears he lacks the ability to unravel. As he probes further, the chi grows cold and dense, as if it were closing in around him. It's cold, like winter. Shit. Oh. You fool of a boy! You are not to use your arcane skill again, do you hear me? Are you trying to get us killed? It's best you don't come to a training tomorrow. You're not selling the house anymore? He's really dead? An accident. Who'd have thought a military officer?
No!
Well, and snowing. Flashback time. Snow drifts down onto the narrow courtyard. In Huzhou, it seems the snow never truly ends. How can I find what he wants? Where do I even begin? I've already searched every corner of the courtyard. But returning empty-handed would mean admitting defeat to father. I refuse to do that again. The stubborn child turns his gaze towards the open gate and beyond. They told me never to go out there. And once I step through the gate, I'll never be able to come home again. But I have to go through it. Maybe what he wants is on the road. If I can find a way out, then I can find a way back in. He steels himself and takes a tentative step outside. Hugwan, trust your sense of chi. It will show you more than your eye alone. Okay. Slight tremor ripples beneath the snow.
I found it! I found it!
Chi closes around the shape of something solid, and Chung's eyes snap open. The shuttle hardens in an instant, as though already clenched in his hand. He recalls what he learned as a child, hunting alongside the sons of wealthy families. Head of the stomach. A piercing scream bursts forth from the tiger's throat as it struggles, crow frantic. Ankle inwards, above the foreleg, beneath the ribs, and...
Your heart is right here.
Shit. Chung can no longer hold on as the tiger's death throes turn wild. The tiger gives one last painful roar and thrashes across the ground before stillness takes it. The now metallic shuttle bursts through the tiger's chest and rolls to a stop beside Chung. Nicely done. Dr. Shi staggers up to him, laboring to guide her silver thread to stitch the gushing wound on her right arm. Are you able to stand? Chung forces a faint smile and sucks in a sharp breath of cold air. Sometime later, torchlight begins to flicker along the forest edge. Village guards have finally arrived, fully armed and ready. I've brought help. I thought you said there was a tiger. Where, huh? It's dead? Fine snow drifts down like a fuzzy willow catkins. Winter is drawing to a close. Okay. Part 7. Took me a moment. Part 7. The celebration. Ooh, pretty. Lanterns. Paper lanterns. The final gasp of winter snow falls, eventually giving way to clear skies. For this impoverished village, such a celebration is rare. Every household gathers in Master Hu's courtyard, drinking deeply and eating meat by the mouthful. Rumor has it that this is all thanks to Dr. G's mediation, marking a feast to celebrate the slaying of the tiger and to pray for a plentiful harvest in the year to come. Make way, our young hero is here. A toast to you, my friend. The moment Chung steps into the courtyard, several hunters block his way with raised bowls of wine.
No need.
There's no need for that. I merely did what I could. There's no need to be so polite. Come, sit, have a drink with us. It'd be rude not to. I don't care for drinking. Drink! Yeah, go on. Dr. G hides behind a nearby pillar, quietly chuckling to herself. Hopefully that'll get him to loosen up a bit. Doctor! My belly hurts. A little girl tugs at the doctor's sleeve, looking up at her with tear-filled eyes. She squats down and presses gentle fingers on her pulse, slips a sugar-bound pill into her hand. It's nothing to worry over, child. Take this sweet little pill, and you'll feel better in no time. Thank you, Doctor. Dr. G lifts her eyes to see a deep blue clad figure sitting along the edge of the black roof tiles. That boy. Can you really not enjoy any sort of celebration? She climbs the ladder up to the eaves, one step at a time. Even I need a ladder gap to the roofs these days. There are too many people down there. I did only my duty. There's no need for all this gratitude. I saw the tiger fall into a ravine. How was it able to survive? Such things are rare, but not unheard of. Perhaps it was not a tiger at all, but instead a beast possessed, controlled by some arcane means. Or perhaps it was some manner of mindless spirit. I heard once that a long time ago a horse once jumped off a cliff only to find a great fortune, even ascending to immortality. Please. Dr. G opens her wine jar and sits cross-legged beside him. I tell you no lie. You can truly explain matters of the arcane. Anyway, I'm here to inform you that the clinic hasn't had a patient for 3 days now. You should seize this opportunity while it lasts. Remember my words about waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Her right sleeve hangs empty, torn hem still unrepaired, giving her a slightly disheveled appearance. Chung grips his left hand tightly, lost in thought. What's wrong? Can't make up your mind? Credentials, I must ask, why do you wish so dearly to become an official?
No.
To overshadow my father's name with my own. One morning he left and never returned. Since then our family has faced nothing but trouble. At one time the residents even surrounded us. Why not simply move away? After the incident, many of my family couldn't stand the gossip and returned to their lives in the countryside. But we cannot give in to those people. We can't run from the stain on our name.
Don't bother with it.
Don't bother with the rumors. Don't bother with those who try to kick you when you're down. One day I'll prove our family's innocence. The sound of the villagers' laughter floats on the breeze. Huh, but you were innocent all along. In truth, it was my fault. She takes a swig of wine, her voice growing hoarse. Are we getting a flashback for her? Yes. Many died that year, but the granary was still heavily guarded. Without an inside man, it would have been almost impossible to succeed. I asked your father for help. I told him we only had a handful of people, and we needed to strike during the guard change, grab some grain and maybe a few when, then go. He took a leave of absence to distance himself, pinning all the blame on me and using the bandit attack as a cover. It didn't cause much of a stir. No one spent much time on it. At most, he took the blame from negligence. It was simply a good deed, done without a second thought. But more than just a handful of refugees came that night. When the word spread, everyone argued to come along and grab a bag of rice for themselves. I figured I needed the help. After all, how much could I carry on my own? It was truly only ever meant to be a few more pairs of hands. I only wanted to help as many people as I could. The people below link arms, their voices rising in a clamor. The little girl, who only moments ago had taken medicine for her stomach, chases her friends in the courtyard. We entered the sea and found ourselves at a merchant's house. Some were so taken with the black tiles and white walls that they refused to move on. I was eager to get the grain and leave, so I took a few of my most trusted men directly to the granary. By the time I returned, the situation had already spiraled out of control. Fires, yelling and screaming. I watched my friends break into houses and come out with hands full of jewelry. I shouted, "Are you out of your minds? Are you out of your minds?" She laughs loudly, spraying a mouthful of wine. They said, "We're stuck outside the sea, starving and freezing, trudging along dirty roads. What right do these people have to sit in the sea, feasting in their fine halls?" Like what I saw when I first arrived here. Huh, indeed. I stopped a few, urging them to hurry along. We still had to go back and hand out the grain, but most refused to listen. From then on, I told myself that those white houses held some sort of evil magic. Otherwise, how could they lure good people to their doom? After all, they all died in the end. A burst of noise erupts from under the eaves. See? I told you I could make fire. Little flames dance at his fingers. A steady fire burns in the middle of the courtyard. Looking down from the roof, the flames seem as though they are scorching the houses, or is it that they only cast a warm orange glow on their faces? A proud laugh from the young man sets the children off, while the elders frown in disapproval. Dr. G tosses her wine jugs aside, hops to her feet, and lets out a hearty laugh of her own. The sound of her voice, the people turn their gaze upwards. Burn it! Burn it all! Burn down the house! Burn down the walls! Houses were burned to blackened ruins, but rice grew in abundance from the fertile soil. Doctor, what are you talking about? Doctor's drunk. She's playing at being a general again. Hey, why are you playing out? Ugh. The flame fizzled out. The surrounding houses returned to their original dreary state. Dr. G sits back down, leaning against the roof tiles and looking extremely drunk.
I'll go with you. No.
Chung unclenches his fist. The iron shuttle hovers 3 inches above his palm, the surface marked with faint bloodstains. Perhaps it was due to the tiger's strange tea, but the effect of his arcane skill had not faded. Instead, it had permanently turned the bound shuttle to metal.
Shuttle Bones is dead. But the people need you.
Commander Chung, while his house may not match the grandeur of noble estates, it is a century-old building embodying both quiet wisdom and integrity. Look at these walls. They have stood for many long years and are as sturdy and white as ever. I've looked over a few times now. It is quite impressive. It's beautiful, though a little cramped. I'm not certain I'll have the room to swing my sword. Still devoted to your training. Your ambition never ceases to amaze me, Hogwan. I just know you'll be an excellent martial artist someday. It's too close to the ancestral hall. Just the thought of that place makes my knees hurt all over again. That's your fault for being such a mischief maker. Besides, there are far worse punishments than kneeling for 2 hours a day. Come now, there's really nothing wrong with the size. Let's just try to be content with the place. What's the use of all that space anyways? Too true. Let's sign the deed today. Excellent, excellent. Oh, we got fireworks. Oh my, look at those flowers flying through the air. Hogwan! Oh, it's no trouble at all. The young master's magics are truly impressive, like scattering golden flowers to celebrate your new home. And I must say, congratulations once more. You've made the right choice. May your home be blessed with peace, your family flourish, and wealth fill your halls. Well, that didn't pan out well, did it? Okay, we have the last stage. And we have the final, I'm guessing, battle. So let's go to this. Part 8. The Cage. What's the cage? Oh, Foundation office. Hello. Haven't been here for a while. The door at the far end of the hallway shuts, blocking out the muffled sounds of conversation. As the 400-year-old tale comes to an end, the listener scratches her head. So after that, you went back to Zhu County and became a constable. They came back. Modern day. Chung shakes his head. For some reason, I failed to become a constable that year. I gave the iron shuttle to Li Hufeng, and he only smiled. But when I met you, it seemed you'd already been constable for quite some time. Arresting people, shouting orders. You were actually rather skilled at it.
I was lucky.
3 years later, another constable position opened up. I succeeded in filling it. So this story of yours has something to do with this box? A thinly crafted wooden box rests on the wooden table in the middle of the room. Lid has been removed and placed beside it. Inside is a bill of exchange listing the Hu family in the capital and an amount of 10,000 taels of silver. It also reads, bestowed upon Dr. Chi, presented to Chung Hugwan. Interesting. The East Asia branch just told me they had an old artifact in their warehouse, one that's been lying around for centuries. I heard it had once belonged to the Hu family, with specific instructions to pass it on to a man named Chung Hugwan, possessor of a rather unique arcane skill. But where would we find someone to honor it? Surely they've all long forgotten about this thing by now. I've never heard of anything like this before. So much has happened since then. I never returned to that riverside village. Ah, with all this money, were you still in Hoshuan? You'd be living a life of leisure with no care in the world. But now times have changed. The Hu family is long gone. And the once valuable bill of exchange is just another useless scrap of paper. But why would she gift you all this? I don't know. I suppose now I never will. Paper Heron suddenly smiles as if recalling something. She paces back and forth twice before finally walking to the door.
Don't worry.
This elder, perhaps all she wanted was for you to live an unworried life. Either way, I've done what was asked of me. I'll be on my way. Thank you for the story, Hogwan. The door closes and Chong is left standing alone in the room. Are you leaving? Chong nods as he finishes packing up his bundle. Matters are settled here. I need to head back right away. Here, take this medicine. It'll help with her cough.
Thank you.
I'm surprised you're letting me go. I thought at the very least you'd resent me for what happened with your father. He made his decision, and he took responsibility for his actions. Sometimes I think you're much more like to us bandits than your vouted officials. Chung puts the medicine in his bag and stops for a moment.
No.
Do not misunderstand me. If you return to banditry, I will show you no mercy. It doesn't matter what anyone's intentions were. Things happened as they did, and everyone has paid the price.
This is for the best.
Your price is to be a doctor, and mine is to be a constable. It is for the best. You had no hand in all this. It's not your fault. You're not your father. I know, but that changes little. You probably think me a rambler by now, but why not stay in the village, Live the life of a tiger-slaying hero? Why go back and put up with all that scrutiny? The offer is tempting. Saying that tiger was indeed exhilarating. But what do titles and glory matter to a hero that has more than himself? One who has a beautiful white house in Zhu County where his mother still lives, one who is the son of Chung. It is the hero's duty to protect that little white house. And how can he leave before the walls are painted white?
But
In the end, I'll always be the son of a bandit.
Constable or bandit?
They're only words.
no.
They're more than just words. They're a gateway to the martial arts, to handfuls of silver, and to life-saving medicines. Just as the art enjoyed by the elite and common folks differs, so does the etiquette. Inside the house, one listens to teachers and superiors. Inside the house, I couldn't read the rest of that. The people of the county hold the works of sages and scholars as unquestionable truth. One must hold compassion and kindness for others even when in crisis. One must carry integrity, justice, and honesty even when in poverty. But none of them hail the brute who saved the village from a tiger. True righteousness can only be delivered through true righteous acts.
When I become a constable, I'll be fair and do right by the people.
This I swear. Were I in charge of the military here, I never would have let the tiger wreak havoc for so long. I wouldn't have let any people die. Nor would I have let those refugees starve. None of this would have happened. You'll need to be a great general if you're to stop it from ever happening again.
Of course it can be done.
Once I become constable, I will rise through the ranks. Military captain, regional commander, becoming a general will be within my grasp. If only all it took were grand words, eh? But that's not how the world works. Shakes her head. But then again, if you can truly live a life of wealth and glory, I suppose that's not such a bad compromise. She smiles, a hint of melancholy in the curve of her mouth. Officials have always been beautiful, had beautiful homes. Perhaps your parents hoped as much for you. But should things go awry someday, you know where to find me.
I'll help you.
No, my throat's killing me. Shu County looks just as it did before. The streets are filled with pretty houses, one on top of the other, and all topped with black tiles.
Only words. Is that
Cons-
so?
Constable and bandits are only words. I've been away for so long. I wonder how things are at home. Chong passes beneath the payphone, and the familiar sight of his home comes. Oh no. His mother, isn't it? She's dead. That year I had planned to sell the house, set aside some money. Those who came to look all praised it. Called the courtyard splendid, and the house. A good house keeps its wealth hidden. You never know whether it was filled with gold and jewels or rolls of the finest silks. They walked in full of envy, but left sighing and grumbling, because there was nothing to be found in our house. Because a tomb is a house for the dead.
And the home can be the same for the living.
This ancient house has played host to countless masters, now adds one more to its history. A long white banner flutters in the wind, scattering the red May blossoms on the ground. Another gust of wind blows into the room, sweeping away the thin, pale bill of exchange. Seeking victory in the wrong place only invites further misfortune. Bill floats out the window, soaring higher and further like a bird in a flight, until it goes beyond the range of his arcane skill, becoming a barely visible white dot in the distance. The heron pokes her head around the door. Oops, my memory's terrible, you know. There's something else I forgot to mention. I bumped into some folk from the East Asia branch of the Vigilis Bureau. They're looking to recruit you.
About that,
You know them, right? Their job is like that of the constables. Catching thieves, writing reports, and that sort of thing.
may I ask?
Anyway, I'm just passing along their message. So, what do you think? Chong looks at the empty box. A barely perceptible smile crosses his face. Let's talk about it later. No. He remembers an old house, a white house. A house that welcomes life into the world, a house that bids farewell to those who pass. A house that has laid to rest father, mother, and friends. A house with clearly defined edges, square and stern in its form. A house consumed by fierce flames.
I could never find what I'm seeking in that home. So I burned it down. And left.
No. And that's the end. God damn. I don't like the true end because we still got one more thing to do. The final cleave. Huzzah! Oh shit, here we go. Three, two, okay. Oh shit. No, what you do that for? Ooh. I'm stuck. Alright, I'm stuck. What did I do? Ah, I see what they want me to do. Oh, fuck off. Maths. Okay, I need to think. Okay. Why did I do that? Okay, last one. 20. Do we have enough for 20? We don't have enough for 20. Oh, 15. There's probably a more efficient way. What? I did it. I got all... What? Oh no, it's 20. Oh yeah, I overloaded. Fuck. I know I did wrong. There you go. I knew I did wrong. And that is it. To Slay a Tiger is finished. Survey stage. Oh, this is where we test out Mr. here.
Filter complete. Move carefully.
I've never used any of these characters, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest. Cool. I need to.
I have the rear.
What does your skill even do? Alright, going by into repeat attack, will extend you. Okay.
Please stay behind me. Right. Oh look, here's another one.
Strike when the time is right.
Omniscient Reader, I love you, but please stop.
You won't get away. Stop.
No matter.
This has to do.
No.
I'll keep them occupied.
I know this beat.
Swift as an arrow.
What does your ultimate do?
The feathers
We're just
will
boosting you up.
Shine.
You are in my jurisdiction.
Kitty! That did fuck all. I don't even know what the fuck's going on and why he's taking so little damage. I'm confused.
Please stay behind me. To the left. Like cupping the moon to the left. Oh,
Sure.
look, here's another one.
Even though we're at full health, sure.
This'll help. I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky.
Ooh, that's a pretty ultimate, girly.
My responsibility. You won't get away. Jeremy.
Yeah, guys, give her a chance to actually attack, please. Poor girl. Poor lady. Like, damn. They were not giving her a chance to attack. Rude. I get you guys like to attack people after an attack, but chill the fuck down. Please. Fucking hell.
Jamila, please let me your power. I know it's beat. Please stay behind me.
Swift as an arrow.
My responsibility.
Damn, okay. There you go. Officially. It's complete. Woo! This just tells me that I need to get Liang Wu. Should we try her real quick? We got the full,
Panic, my lord.
which is a mockery of me. So I need to do one more pull. There we go.
Welcome to sail with us.
Anyways, guys, that was it. That was it for Slayer Tiger. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Bye!